Hey friends, it's Catherine from CatherinePlure.com, and today I took a little peek at the Moxie Fab World blog, and they have a Tuesday Trigger every week with an inspiration piece. And when I saw the inspiration piece this week, an idea hit me like a bolt of lightning out of the sky. Has that ever happened to you? So I'm running around the house and I'm gathering up some supplies, and I'm not sure if my idea is going to turn out the way I want it to, because you know that happens sometimes. And I was going to try this out before we even got started filming, but I thought, you know what? Let me let you guys come along for the ride. We'll see if this comes out the way I'm envisioning. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp this lovely image of the tree with this sweet little girl swinging. I love it. It's from the Forever Young stamp set by Stampin' Up, and I'll show it to you in 1 second. Here it is. And you can see I got a little bit of spottiness right here, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that again. So I'll be back. I won't bore you with the details. But it seems to be that my ink pad needs a little bit of re-inking, and shocking to me, I do not have the early espresso re-inker. Holy cow. So I thought I'd let you in on a little tip in case you don't know this already. I'm just taking my blender pen and I'm filling in, getting a little bit here, just dabbing that on my ink pad and coloring in and fixing all my little boo-boo spots. So the idea that got me so excited was using paint and taking a toothpick and dabbing it onto my tree to make like little flower buds. Spring is springing here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I've gotten some emails from some of my friends in other parts of the world, and it's so fun to me to learn about where other people live. Someone from South Africa emailed me and said they're getting ready to move into winter. My friend Rosalie from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, I think. It was like negative 17 degrees there the other day, which took my breath away. I can't imagine what it's doing to her. But in Raleigh, North Carolina, we're heading right into spring. Actually, you know what? I think we've skipped spring and now we are on to summer because it was like 85 degrees here yesterday. So I think this little idea of dabbing on the paint is working. I'm excited, and I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this tree. I am getting some paint over here. It's kind of getting on the side of my hand. So I think I'm going to die cut this maybe with a label framelit or something. I think this came out good. It's a lovely spring tree and it brings a smile to my face. I hope it does to yours too. Now let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of this card. So usually the next step I would be doing is working on that main image piece and die cutting and figuring out where to go from there, but I need to let it dry for a bit. So I know the layer that I want on top of my card base, I know I want it to be pink pirouette. I'm going to stamp this great flourish stamp from the Creative Elements stamp set. Here's a peek at it. We'll stamp that on the background, and then I'm going to do some sponging around the edges. I'm going to do pink pirouette, and then I'm going to try to do a little bit of Daffodil Delight just to get some orangey and yellow in to pull in from the tree. Now my paint is dry and I'm going to use my label framelits to cut this out. I'm using my Big Shot with tab 2 and a cutting plate on top and bottom. And I was able to die cut it so that that extra paint that I got on there is now not on my image now. I like how that looks. And then I have the nesting framelit that is going to go behind there, so we'll punch this one out. So saffron, I think that will pull out the yellow from the tree a little bit. Do a little sponging with my Daffodil Delight ink onto the So Saffron cardstock. I can't quite decide if I want it on my main image piece or not. Leave me a comment on YouTube or on my blog and let me know if you would have sponged the main image piece. You know, we all bring our own flair to paper crafting, so you know, the choices that I make on my card may not be the same that you make on your card, but it's still going to look lovely. There are so many options and possibilities. I'm going to pull out some framelits. I have the Paper Piercing Pack Essentials. This is a Stampin' Up! Product, and I'm going to pull out my piece that goes with this label. When using the framelits and the matte paper piercing pack that goes with it, you're just going to line up your label or whatever die cut you're using with these black lines around here, and then you can just paper pierce right through the little holes and get it perfect each time. This adds a nice designer element to your paper crafting projects. So now that I've got my main piece ready, we'll put that aside for a second. I'm going to go ahead and add a ribbon, and if you have not seen my video on how to tie a flat bow, hop over to catherinepooler.com, and the first video there shows you how to tie a flat bow, and then be sure to sign up for the rest of the series because it's going to tell you the top 10 things every stamper needs to know, and then I send out newsletters about 3 to 4 times a month with tips and tricks and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'll just go ahead and tie this bow. Now I'm going dimensional crazy on this card because I want all of my layers to pop up, especially this first one because I don't want it to smash the ribbon down. So dimensionals really help that out. And then we'll add this one on top. And then I wanted to use this. This greeting came from the Creative Elements stamp set, which is the same one I used for that background. And I thought since this girl is swinging by herself, that really was appropriate. And I have a little clear button. Usually I add baker's twine through the center, but I don't on this one because I already have ribbon here and I didn't want to overdo it. So I'll just put a little rhinestone in the middle, and then I'm going to cut this into a banner. We'll add a little adhesive. And I think that's going to need a dimensional under it. Actually, you know what? This here is 2 dimensionals high because of both of the labels are on dimensionals. So I'm going to stack it 2 dimensionals high so that all my heights of the different levels of cardstock are all the same. So we'll just add that there, and then the button is going to get a little mini glue dot on the back. There. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial and learned a couple fun things, and if there's anything different you would have done on this card, leave me a note. I'd love to hear. Like I said, everybody has their own style and their own things that they bring to the table, and we all have something to share and learn from each other. So thanks for watching today. Be sure to visit my website and have a great day. Happy stamping!